Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our last webinar of this year, Pension System in Germany. Hopefully, technically, everything's all right. From my side, everything looks good. Seems like you can see me, seems like you can hear me. So let's go. Possibly even the last webinar of this kind. We'll see. We're currently planning the webinars for next year. We're also currently planning the last videos of this year, so for the YouTube channel. And one of the points we will make in this year is the top 10 financial moves for the rest of the year. And pensions will certainly be one of them. So you will get some early insights on certain things that you can do to get some state bonuses or some last minute tax benefits. And to set yourself up for a financially successful 2021. We'll see what next year brings, because this year certainly was pretty exciting, to say the least. Pensions can also be exciting. We'll see some benefits today, and also maybe some things that are not so good, because nothing's perfect, right? All about questions today as well. So I think my part is like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, we'll see. If there's any questions, what kind of pensions you have, or what pensions would be right, just go ahead. I have an eye on chat, and I always enjoy these webinars because you can we can have a direct interaction with each other. Now, before we start, this is only education and entertainment today. Please do not make any financial moves based on what you see or hear today. From doing this webinar for a little over 2 years offline in Munich before this pandemic hit, we got a lot of questions multiple times, and to give you some inspiration, maybe you have some questions today. I thought I'd bring them to you, and these are certainly the ones that we will answer. If you have other questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer it at least. Very popular is the question if you do have a pension already. Most likely yes, but we'll see. And how much you're paying into this. These are the questions we can certainly answer. What you will get out, at least from the public pension, we'll see. I brought you my own example, so we can come close. And you can also, if you received the paper already, you can grab yours. I'll show you when. And then you might come close to what you'll be getting. What kind of other pensions except the government pension are available, and if you should get them, and very popular, what happens if you leave? Oh, okay. 1 second. My PowerPoint just broke. Let me restart it. It didn't break for you. You can still see it. Okay. Let's go back. So, these are certainly the questions that we will answer. So we kind of pooled this. We pulled this together. So these are certainly the questions that give us the structure for this webinar. Why save for retirement anyway? And this basically answers, do you have some already and should you get additional ones? What kind of pensions do exist here in Germany? Also answers if you should get them or not, because it all depends. There's no right or wrong for everybody. And if you think pension is an exciting way to invest your money, how should you approach all of this? And what can your solution be? So the why can be partly answered by it's mandatory by the state. So every employee has to pay into public pension. Now, please don't kill the messenger. I don't have anything to do with the public pension. I don't necessarily like it that it's mandatory, but nobody's asking me either. But still, do pensions make sense? Yes, I think so. At least some form of savings makes sense, because at some point you want to stop working, and then the money that you saved up should work for you. And with pensions, it's certainly impossible to outlive your savings, which is good. Because we all have at least 3 expenses throughout our entire life: food, housing, and health insurance. This is what you have to have. Everything else is kind of optional. It would be kind of a sad life, but still it's optional. And with pensions, you certainly can't outlive your money, which is good. So let's see the public pension, what you pay in. Now, most expats tell me never ever somebody explained their payslip to them, which I think is a great pity. What some people just tell me, they negotiated, in this case, almost 5,000 euro, and they only get 3,000 on their bank account. What happened in between? I can tell you it like in detail today. If you take a look at our channel, there's a video that explains everything into detail. You can also grab your payslip and compare. And whatever you contribute in the public pension is here in this little blue box, because public pension is part of Social Security, and Social Security is this blue box. So you pay about 20% of your gross salary into it, times 2, because half is paid by your employer. There's also a video on YouTube if you want to know the other pillars. So, but this KV, RV, AV, PV, and all these confusing abbreviations are. But what we can see here is that the RV is what this guy pays into public pension. This is RV. So this guy pays 456 euros and 26 cents every single month into it, times 2. Right? Half is paid by the employer. That's a lot of money, more than 900 euro every month. That's a lot. The maximum contribution next year, because it increases every year, will be 1,300. So if you make more than 80,000 euros gross, you pay 1,300 into it. At least do a tax declaration. Like, really, I get that it's annoying, but do one, because everything that you contribute into public pension is tax deductible. So definitely do one. It's your money. Get it back. Now, question is, out of these 400 or 900 euro actually every month, what will you get out? And it's not that easy to say, but I'll show you what I got. So this is the last letter that I got in 2019. I haven't scanned my 2020 letter yet. If you haven't received yours, don't worry about it. You will receive it either after you are 27 years of age, or if you worked here at least for 5 years. Then you should get the first letter. So if you're only here for 3 years, you didn't get it yet. And after that, after you're either 27 years or worked at least for 5 years here, you should get it every single year. And please keep it, please keep this letter. I know you get a lot of letters in Germany and a lot of annoying stuff, but this is important. Scan it into your Google Drive or whatever and keep it. It's important. So in the first paragraph, they basically explain you our retirement age, which is by standard 67. The earliest is 62, but if you go earlier into retirement, you have deductions. If you go after 67s, you get bonuses. So works both ways. And they also explain you that you have to pay taxes and public health insurance onto the payment that they'll project you'll get. Not private health insurance, this is independent, but public health insurance. And then you'll see that my pension that I reached today, basically at the moment of this letter, is 213 euros per month. And if I continue to contribute, it could be, there's a lot of could have, would have, should have in this letter. It could be almost 1500 per month. Could be. How do they calculate this? Here. So the average gross salary in Germany gets you 1 pension point. And you can see that I have 6.4524 pension points accumulated, and then they give out the value of 1 pension point every year, so it's about 33 euros this year. And 6.45 pension points times 33 euros is my 213. That's how they come up with my pension. And you can see your letter and it should work the same way. Now what they're saying is that, and this is the part that we skip with the smiley, is it's not going to be enough. They admit it. They say, well, even in the future when I retire, which would be 2056, they say it's not going to be enough, get additional pensions. They just added this paragraph a couple of years ago. And then they say again, public pension is not going to be enough because 100 euros today will be 58 euros when I retire in purchasing power, so get additional pensions. Are they right that public pension is not enough? Well, let's see what people got out last year. So after paying at least 35 years into the system, which is a lot, people got out 1,400 per month. So I'm right average actually. I'm in public pension payment, gross, of course, right? You have to pay taxes and public health insurance on this. So compare it with your current gross salary. And men got out 1,570 and women got out 1,173. So again, compare it with your gross salary that you have today and you will see that there's probably a huge gap, and you will have more time at hand when you get old. So more time, but like a quarter of the money or whatever. It really is not going to be enough. But don't worry, this webinar is not here, or I'm not sitting here trying to scare you. I'm just preparing you, because if you make the right moves, you will be just fine. Right? Don't worry about it. And in order to make the right moves, the question is, what kind of pensions do exist? And before we take a look at this, there is no single best pension for everybody. This is also not product pitching today. This is just education and entertainment. Let's look at this with an open mind, right? Because the German pension system is like a buffet. There's something in it for everyone. It just depends on what you want to do, who you are, how you see your financial goals, and how you see your life going forward. So what you all have, if you're an employee watching, you have the public pension. So on the plus side, everything that you contribute up to 25,000 euros every year is tax deductible. That's good. And you will also get a lifelong pension payment. Also good. But you only get what you see on the letter if you're in Germany. If you are in another country, you'll still get something. But they have a table with every single country, and if you live in a country where the cost of living are lower than in Germany, you will get a lower pension adjusted by this factor that they calculate. Only pension that does this, by the way. The other pensions don't do this. The big con is you don't have any savings. So you just get these funky points that you saw. So I have 6.4 points. Very cool, but what does this mean? No savings. They can just increase and decrease the value of these points. The government can, and you have no saying in this. Because everything that you save is paid to the current retirees. And it works the same way for you. Everything that you will get, or that we will get, if any, the generation after us pays for it. So we don't know what it's gonna be. We'll see. But investments, no. No personal savings. The private version of the public pension is the base pension. Works the same way, except whatever you save up is your money. So wherever you are in pension age, you'll get it. No adjustments for cost of living. Like the public pension, when something is tax deductible in contribution phase, you have to pay taxes in payout. The government wants its share at some point, either early or later. And level 1 pensions can't be a one-time payout. So you can't save your entire working life, and then when you retire, you say, give me all my savings and walk away. Possible in other pension pillars or levels, but not in level 1. At least you can choose your investments. And this can be a nice addition. Instead of saving in your broker, in ETFs or mutual funds, you can do this in pension contracts too, because here at least you'll get some tax benefits. In level 2, you also get tax benefits and state bonuses. So the Riester pension, every adult who has a Riester pension and contributes these 2,100 euro will get 175 euros every year and 300 for every child. So pretty nice. Free money. It's taxed, of course. And everything that you contribute is guaranteed by the state. And everything that is guaranteed money, has basically a low rate of return in this current interest rate environment, right? Because what's interest rate in the euro area? 0. So the return of capital will be a little lower here than in the other pensions. Company pension, also very interesting. And every employee in Germany has a legal right to get a company pension. So if you don't have one and you want one, go to your employer, your HR department, and tell them you want one. And if you work at a small company and nobody's sure what this means and how to do it, let us know. We'll tell your employer what they need to do. But everyone can get one. It's your legal right. And the company must match. So you get at least 15% of what you pay from your employer too. So if somebody's from the US watching, This is very similar to the 401k that you have. Unfortunately, the owner of the pension is your employer, meaning it is possible that when you leave the company, the pension contract will stay with your old employer, and you need to make a new contract when you go to a new company. It's possible. And you can end up with multiple contracts at the end. So you have to pay attention to this. So if you're thinking of leaving your current employer within the next year, don't do this. It's not worth it. If you just want to stay there for a couple of months anyway. Level 3, payout. For the first time, actually, the payout can be either a monthly pension or a one-time payout. And this is the beauty about the private pensions level 3, that you can, if you want to leave Germany, if you just want to save here, tax efficient, and invest into ETFs or mutual funds, and then walk away when you retire or whenever, then this is probably right for you. Because I'm not sure if you want to have a monthly pension every month from Germany, if you just want to leave the country and be done with it, go back to your home country. This might be a nice option for you. Also, if you want to invest in real estate, because this can be used as a collateral for real estate financing, for real estate investments, and for your home. The Riester level 2 can also be used as collateral, but only for homeowners, not for real estate investors. Pension 3 can be used for both. No state subsidies in contribution phase, so it's not tax deductible. That's why you have the freedom to get a pension or the one-time payout. Meaning no tax deductions in pay-in, so in payout, it's not completely tax-free, but at least you get a lot of tax benefits. That depend though, so this would go way overboard to tell you here. I might make a video about this if people are interested. Because the tax benefits depend. If you get a pension, when you get the monthly pension, or if you get the one-time payout, has different tax implications. But both of them offer tax benefits. And if you want to invest into ETFs or mutual funds, go ahead and choose them yourself. Or we'll choose it together if you hook us up if you want to do a pension. Now, the securities account is not a pension, but it has become a very popular tool of investing, so investing with some form of broker. And it's, in my opinion, it's very, very comparable because let's be honest, what's the difference if you have an ETF in a broker or in a pension scheme? It's the same, it's just the pension is kind of an umbrella. Meaning it protects you from these 25% capital gains tax. Because investments inside pension contracts grow tax-free. But you give up a little bit of flexibility because you can't make these bank transfers back and forth. You can still access your money at some of these pensions, not in level 1, but in level 2 and 3. But it's not that flexible. The tax-free growth, and this is what I've learned over the years working as a financial consultant. People tend to consume whatever they have in their broker account. They also tend to trade a lot, which hurts them in the long run. So I think a pension contract offers a lot of stability for people. They don't look at this every single day. They don't get confused by the daily news. So I certainly think it can be a nice addition, right? At least one of them. But it all depends. It all depends. There's no right or wrong. Now, if you agree that these pensions can be a nice addition to your financial strategy, then you have multiple ways to realize this. So there's 5 topics of personal finance. It's investments, real estate, insurance, pensions, what we talked about today, and how you manage your liquidity or how you manage your bank accounts. Actually, 6. The 6th one is pensions, taxes. Oops, 6th one is taxes. But with taxes, there's no planning involved. Taxes only calculate what happened last year, and then so what in this year taxes calculate what happened in 2019, and then you get deductions or not, but there's no planning involved. And option 1 would be the do-it-yourself version, which I wouldn't really recommend for expats, especially with the language barrier, but whatever, if you want to do it, go ahead. Or the internet, or the pension salesman. In my opinion, not really efficient because they ignore the other parts that can be equally important or even more important because maybe you don't need pensions. We don't know. And that's the basic foundation that I founded this company on, saying, let's just look at all the different tools of personal finance and find the best personal advice focused on you. Because what does it matter for me if you do investments or real estate or pensions? It's not my financial life, it's yours. So whatever the product is, it should suit you. And if you agree and think this is a nice way of approaching personal finance, I would be very, very happy if you follow us on social media. So if you have a personal question, you can also text us on WhatsApp, or you can scan this QR code and book a free meeting with us. And somebody just texted. And in case you are interested in this, if you can't scan the QR code, it is this. And now let's, so actually right on point, 7:30, pretty cool. I have a little bit more time, so if you have questions, we can have an open question round here. Other than that, I wish you a happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and stay healthy, everyone. It's pretty important right now. Question from Tash. In which group does a BAV fall into? That's a company pension. So BAV means betriebliche Altersvorsorge, basically company pension. That's the easy answer. Now, but for the company pension, there's actually 5 different ways that your employer can do this, and then then it becomes a little bit more tough. But that's the easy answer, at least for now. You're welcome. All right. If there's no questions for tonight, if there are any after this, so I'll leave this webinar online for a while. Is there a BAV that invests primarily in ETF products? There certainly can. So the issue here is that your employer is the owner of this pension contract, meaning he can limit the amount of investments that you can make. If he does, that's pretty unnecessary, to be honest, and that's not an efficient way to do this. But if we set up company pensions with employers, there's a wide variety of ETFs that you can invest in, and you can change it too. So talk either to your employer or to the insurance company that does your company pension. They should give you all the available, like every insurance company has a list of available investments. All right, then thank you, Tash, for your questions. I will leave this webinar online for a while, so if you want to rewatch it, go ahead. Other than that, if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a calm end of the year, because it has been a pretty exciting year for all of us. So hopefully you can spend the rest of the year in peace wherever you are. And stay healthy, everybody. This is pretty important right now. Take care. Goodbye.